So despite the big money signings of Lisandro Martinez, Antony and Casemiro, so far it's been Christian Eriksen who was signed on a free this summer, who's been the signing that has been the key player in Ten Hag's Manchester United system. But to be fair, Martinez and Malacia have also been excellent in recent games, and Antony did score in his debut, but nonetheless, the early success of Christian Eriksen has pretty much taken everyone by surprise, and I would argue that he's the missing piece that this United side has needed for quite some time. But for the last 4 games, Christian Eriksen has arguably been United's key player, and he's doing so rather surprisingly in a midfield double pivot alongside McTominay, playing the role of a deep line playmaker. The reason I say surprisingly is because when Eriksen was signed, a lot of people, including myself, assumed he would be playing in the advanced playmaker role ahead of the double pivot in Ten Hag's 4-2-3-1, competing with Bruno Fernandes for a starting spot, which was why there was huge concern that United hadn't brought in a central midfielder like Frankie de Jong to offer that creativity from a deep position. See, it's important we understand how Ten Hag's midfield 3 at United is structured. There are 3 types of central midfielders in general: ball winners whose primary job is to win the ball back for their side, ball progressors who are there to move the ball forward from the defensive and middle thirds into the final third via their dribbling or passing, and creators whose job it is to create chances in the final third. For Ten Hag, McTominay is playing the role of a ball winner, with Fernandes as the creator, and Eriksen, who prior to his Manchester United move you would assume to be more of a creator in a midfield 3, is actually playing a deeper role as a ball progressor. See, the reason why you would assume that Eriksen doesn't directly suit this role is because he doesn't have the conventional physicality, athleticism or defensive attributes that you would associate with a player playing in a midfield double pivot. However, on the other hand, he does have the exact in-possession attributes that you would want, which is his press resistance, meaning his ability to receive the ball with his back to goal, under pressure and retain possession or swivel out of the press, his long-range passing to switch play, and his incisive passing ability, which is the ability to thread passes in between the lines of the opposition system. The best deep line playmakers in world football, even though they operate in deeper areas, usually as one of the 2 deepest central midfielders in the midfield, have these same on-the-ball attributes that Eriksen has, with players like Toni Kroos and Thiago Alcantara being excellent examples of this. The role of a deep line playmaker is to essentially be the main ball progressor in the side from those deep positions, moving the ball from in front of the opposition's midfield line to behind it, and we saw Christian Eriksen do this exceptionally well against Arsenal, particularly for Antony's opening goal. We see here that Eriksen has the ball midway inside the United half, in front of the Arsenal midfield line, and you can see Xhaka and Lokonga are positioned goal side of the ball. As a deep line playmaker in the side, Eriksen has to be looking to somehow get the ball in behind Lokonga and Xhaka, and he does this with an exceptional midfield splitting pass between Xhaka and Martinelli, and now Bruno Fernandes is able to receive the ball in behind Arsenal's midfield line and can now push the ball forward into the final third, and this is where United's opening goal came from. If Ten Hag was using, say, Fred alongside McTominay or maybe even Casemiro, then rather than this incisive pass finding Fernandes, the ball probably goes sideways or backwards, but ultimately still in front of the Arsenal midfield line.